Hello folks, this is Sullla once again. Welcome back to another video on my series for Civilization 4, this featuring Willem of the Dutch. I believe that this is part 4, so let's pick up where we left off. I actually haven't played this since last week when I did the last part, but of course I did save the game before I left off, so let's just pick up and see where we are. So as far as what we were doing last time I had a lot of issues with barbarians, but I did finally manage to get some resources hooked up. I do finally have horses, and I'm about to get copper connected very shortly, so I'm able to build more advanced units. And we're about to discover a tech next turn. So once again, let's get started right away here, and let's see how things go. So let's pick things up. Oh, Jewish missionary down there. Oh, more barbs. We've entered the classical era. And we get a tech.
If in other sciences we should arrive at certainty without doubt and truth without error, it behooves us to place the foundations of knowledge in mathematics.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to talk over Leonard Nimoy because he has that great voice. Anyway, math is a useful gateway tech. It leads to a lot of other useful techs. The biggest advantage that it actually gives is right here. Workers produce 50% extra production from chopping. So that means here on normal speed, instead of 20 free production from a forest chop, we will get 50% more, which is 30 production. And that was actually put in a patch because people were doing so much forest chopping in the early game that it was just dominating in play. And forest chopping is still really, really key in Civ 4. But we gated that back to mathematics in one of the patches because when you were getting 30 production right at the start of the game, it was like even more powerful than it is right now. Anyway, I'm going to pick up the sailing tech because it's very cheap, just because it enables trade on coasts and on rivers, and that'll help us with getting trade routes. We actually have a library right here. I'm going to let this city, I want the city to grow to the next size, so I'm going to have it, I'm going to just throw down a barracks right now for the moment. Alright, now right here, see the little trade symbol? That means that I should have a trade route to Joao. So let's see if that works. For some reason, it's not working, so I'm going to just research sailing, and that's going to allow us to open up that trade route. Bismarck, adopting hereditary rule, that means that he has reached the tech monarchy on the tree, right here. Very useful tech. It's down the religious path, so I've been skipping it thus far. Probably do want to go there eventually. I'm going to grab the cheap sailing tech right here, and then I think I'm going to research ironworking after that. We also do have a barb archer hanging out here, so let me grab my chariot. Where's my other chariot, the one that actually has experience on it? Down here. I'm going to bring this guy back too, and see if I can use him. I would love to get this unit up to 10 experience, because that would open up the heroic epic for later in the game. So let's bring that back. Okay. Let's see, what are we doing here? We're just adding another cottage. Not that big a deal. I've seen so many barbs down here that there's a good chance there's a barb city that spawns somewhere down there. Let's try to finish that cottage. Now right here, notice what my workers did. They finished a road here on this gold tile. See how it says mine and road down there in the bottom left-hand corner? Here, I'll highlight it. See? All the way over here. See? Mine and road. Scroll over. There it is. Mine and road. Well, you get the point. There's a mine on that tile and a road. So the road connects it to the trade network. So now we have our second happiness resource. The ivory was the first. So there we go. Now we have an extra happy face in every city. Last turn, this city had a happy cap of 6. Now it has a happy cap of 7. That's because we connected the gold. So we can see where the happiness is coming from. You get 4 on all difficulties. You always get 4 base happiness. Then in addition to this, I have +1 from the palace. That's, of course, the unique building that only appears in your capital. So I get 1 from the palace and then 2 from the luxury resources here. So of course, if you want your cities to keep growing, you need to get more resources for them. So what I want is I want the city to grow to the next size. I want it to grow to size 6, which is the current happy cap. And it'll be there as long as I have that slavery whip, that slavery unhappiness whip left over. So I'm going to let it grow to the happy cap, and then I'm probably going to whip out another settler after that. And these workers next are going to come over here to improve this copper, because the culture quarters are going to pop in a couple turns, and that copper is the best tile that this city can work while it's growing. So let's move over here, and we'll have them move over here and be in a position to go grab that copper when it's connected. This city's reasonably safe, so I'm going to move this chariot defender over here to help out with that archer, or help out with that barbarian archer, just in case something would happen. And that's pretty much all that we're doing for right now. The other thing is, because I now have the extra happiness, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire this science specialist, and I'm going to pop it onto this tile here. So now my city will grow, Again, I was keeping the city from growing because it would have grown into unhappiness, and that won't be that helpful. But now that I have that extra happiness resource connected, there's no reason not to go ahead and put that citizen back to work. Now, one little thing that was mentioned in some of the comments was this game seems really complicated, and it's true. Civilization 4 is a game that has a great deal of complexity, but you don't have to know all this stuff when you first start playing, is sort of one of the things that I'd say. You know, you don't have to go into this much detail while you're playing. There's actually another Portuguese city up here. We can just see the borders of it. So that means I need to get a move on settling the fish resource. I'd like to settle a city right here. I should be able to claim that. So let's see if we can send our next settler up there to claim that. Anyway, keep going here. Jewish missionary is still heading. Oh, looks like he's going to bother. He wants me to cancel my deals with Gandhi. Gandhi seems to be very unpopular amongst the other leaders. What deals do I actually have with Gandhi? Just open borders. Sure. Let's we'll actually go ahead and do this. Just gotta make this guy happier. Let's see. Yeah, Gandhi is now very unhappy with me, but Gandhi seems to be hated by all the other leaders, so I don't feel too bad about doing that. Alright. There we go. There's our first archery unit. And what do I want to build here? A barracks would be useful to build, but I guess I'll just keep it on archers for right now. Yeah, I went ahead and canceled that. So do I have foreign trade routes yet? Nope. Looks like I'm going to have to finish researching sailing first. Anyway, let's see. So let's check on The Hague, which has just grown again. Is that cottage tile finished this turn? No, not until next turn. So go ahead and pop a guy back into the library again. And we'll let this grow for the moment. I probably will double whip a worker. I'll probably let this grow until it's almost about to hit size 7, and then I'll double whip a worker. It seems like the most useful way to play things there. Anyway, now I do have a more advanced defensive unit here, so let's send this guy. Let's see if I can start sending him up in that direction to the north to scout out what's up there. Just check that out. Alright, here, this guy. Let's see, that copper will be pop next turn. Okay, but I should definitely build a road, so I'm going to need to connect that copper. This guy, if I move him here, he'll waste a turn of worker labor, so let's see. Can I move him somewhere else and do something more useful? I'm not sure that I can, unfortunately. Yeah, I think I can't really do too much with this guy, so we'll just waste the turn of worker labor, unfortunately. There's not really a particularly productive thing I can have him do this turn. I could actually kill that missionary, which would be kind of funny, but let's not do that. Alright, let's see. Nothing there. Keep moving this guy. Anyway, the cottage is done here, so let's work a more useful tile. We want to start working those cottages so they will grow. Again, I'm going to probably let this grow to the happy cap and then stuff two people into the library as scientist specialists. So these workers are pretty much done here. Yeah, I don't really need these workers here, so I can go send them to another city now. But while they're here, I think I will put a road on that rice tile, just because I am going to need that health eventually. All right, get these two chariots over here just in case I need them against that archer, in case I get a bad combat roll or something like that. All right. Oh, there is something I can do that would be useful. I can work this cottage tile here, and then I can have this city work this tile. That way it grows, and that way both of them are growing towards the next cottage level. Little micro tip. Having more than one city work those tiles. Alright, yeah, here comes the barb. Oh, got a barbarian up there too. Okay. Well, now this chariot's slightly out of position. Now I need this guy to head up to this area up here. Heh. Barbs would cause so many problems. The fastest way I can get up here. Send him back again. That was kind of a waste. Alright, let's see where this city is placed up here. Now, see, I can attack this guy here, but the odds aren't great. That's because the archer gets the defensive bonus for being on the forest tile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over here and wait for him to move off that defensive tile. Alright. I want to mine this tile here, and I'll take 2 turns to get that copper up and running. Oh, the road finished this turn. And I want to take this tile back again. There we go. Which means that this should go back to working the gold tile because it's the best tile available. And this city, The Hague. Let's see, what am I working? We want to work on that tile as well. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, that's good for the moment. Emphasizing growth wherever, pretty much everywhere. Let's see, this guy, I will need to find, this guy probably goes to the capital because I'm going to need to improve. I need to put another grassland cottage tile over there. And unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do to save worker turns here. So anyway, hopefully these barbs don't cause too many problems. There's a decent chance it'll jump onto that sheep tile and potentially pillage it, but there's not a lot I can do about that. Not with this chariot out of position, unfortunately. Anyway, let's see what the next turn brings. Yep, that's what I thought. Yeah, there he goes. He's moving in to come pillage that.
You can't direct the wind, but you can adjust your sails.
Okay. Yeah, see, look how cheap ironworking is, because my research keeps going up. Alright. Get this chariot up here. Improve the copper tile. Unfortunately, it won't get it finished until next turn. Ugh. There's no faster way to get there, is there? Alright, let's do our combat for this turn. See, before it was 60%, now it's 94% odds, so I should win this. Is that a settler? Oh. Yep. Wow, Joao really is pushing out those settlers. I know he's imperialistic. Okay. That's unfortunate, but he's really getting the settlers out. Looks like I won this. Alright, not units now at 9 out of 10 experience. Yeah, I really don't have quite enough cities, unfortunately, but my starting position was not great. So where does he actually have the city? It looks like it's on this tile here. That's fine, I can put a city here and it won't be interfering with him. So let's swap that over. That works. And why is it working this? Oh, I see. Because the sheep tile is... You can't work a tile that's covered by an enemy unit. The sheep tile is covered by that barb. So I can kill that barb next turn, but there's a decent chance it'll get pillaged regardless. Alright, let's see. Yeah. Let's get this guy down here to chop this. Chop and cottage that tile. Can I tick the science up a bit? Yeah. But not that big of an effect yet. Alright, yeah, I've had to waste a lot of worker turns, unfortunately. But there's not really a whole lot I can do. This worker's turn's going to be wasted regardless. Maybe I'll just build a road on that tile. Let's see what to do with this guy here. I'm probably going to have to repasture that tile. Unfortunately, because of the barbarian unit showing up. Anyway, what can I do here? Probably I can need to come over here and help Rotterdam. That's the most pressing thing to do. You need to farm this tile here. So I'll set him up to chop and farm that tile. Alright. Wow. Look at where the AI is. Unfortunately, that pasture got pillaged. Let's see if we can kill that guy. 99% odds. So unit slightly out of position. Again, that's all a reflection of just not having strategic resources early on. Alright, so let's swap over to this tile. This is a very good tile. The only problem with this city is, again, there's just no food here. It makes it a weak city. We do need to build a road there. Alright, see again, Rotterdam's problem is it doesn't have any tiles that have extra food on them. Like, there's a ton of forest here to chop, but there's no food here. So what I need to do is I need to build some farms so I can at least get some kind of extra food coming into this city. So, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it probably makes more sense to build the road first, because then those workers can come help out. We'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and here it makes more sense to do a road first too. Alright, yeah, see there's his city. Not a bad city. This has double food resources there and there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, Utrecht grew. Move this guy here and have him heal up. Yes, so this city is about to become not unhappy next turn. So it can keep growing. I'm going to let this hit size 6 and then run double scientist specialist because I want to get an early academy. Or early-ish, I guess it's not early anymore. So once this goes down to 2 pop, I'll whip it. 12, it's growing at 12 right now. It's because I'm working all those cottages. Not bad, but not especially great. I'll see if I can, hopefully I can put a forest chop into there. Alright, let's see. Yeah, this is probably the best thing to do at the moment. We are going to need another worker here. Is the work penalty out? Yeah. How much food do I have? 27? Do I want to wait? Let's wait one more turn. Yeah, let's wait one more turn there. Ooh, there we go. There's another barb. Perfect. That city of Braga is very irritating. That Joao decided to settle in right there. Like with that much cultural pressure on it. Anyway, one thing that I did get when I finished researching sailing is notice how now my trade routes are all foreign. So instead of +1 commerce, I get +2, and that's in each city. So that actually does make kind of a big deal. Very helpful. And again, it's something that happens under the hood. The trade routes are all automated in this game. Alright, so we're going to move here. And use the free turn to get in a turn at chopping here. There we go. Take combat 1 promotion. Have this guy hang out here. So because I finished the road, now this guy can move directly here and chop. Alright. Okay. Swap this over to the worker. And we'll whip that next turn when it's a 2-pop whip. Overflow into barracks. And now I should have the sheep repastured in time for that to be useful. Alright. Turn the resource tab back on. I definitely can afford more cities. There we go. Finally have access to copper. Move that here. Chop. Yeah, see, I'm getting a lot of Judaism spread from Louis. Okay, move this guy here. Go ahead and put 1 turn of chop in there. The other 2 are going to go re-improve this tile. So, definitely has not been the cleanest game of Civ 4 I've ever played. With all this barb activity, it's just really caused problems. If that warrior attacks, it'll just be to suicide. But unfortunately, I can't really attack at such low strength. Let these guys heal. Alright. This city now. Let's whip the worker. There we go. Now, since we're 28 out of 28 food, the city will regrow next turn, even though it's building a worker. And the overflow should finish the barracks. And here we'll channel that forest chop into the settler. Wow, this guy is really serious about these missionaries. Yeah, I'm not going to trade. See how this guy's the worst enemy of like everyone? I'm not going to trade with him because he's so disliked by everyone else.
When it is glowing hot.
Anyway, ironworking allows you to chop jungle and also reveals iron tiles and lets you build swordsmen, but swordsmen aren't that great of a unit. Alright, so we can build archers. Oh, I finished an archer here. That's fine. Can now actually build more advanced units here, but I'm content to just pump out some archers for the moment to help defend cities. So one of them's going up here. Let's get an archer over here at Rotterdam too. Oh, and there we go. There's an iron source. Okay, so I do have iron. That's nice. There's another one up there. But this one's actually in my borders, and that makes the city a lot stronger. So one of the other civs got a great profit. Let's see, who built the early wonders? You can almost tell. That's almost certainly from Germany because they have the Oracle and Stonehenge. Yeah, that's Berlin produced the great profit. So we'll see if that turns into anything. All right, this guy heal up for one more turn. Let's get this pasture finished. Now the Hague can work that tile. Let's see. More important to regrow, so let's have it work that tile for the moment. Regrow that food. Now what Calendar will do is Calendar will let me connect more happiness resources like spices, like the dyes and the sugars. So hopefully I'll be able to go get those. Anyway, let's get this chop. There we go. Actually, with that forest chop, probably don't even need to whip this. Or maybe I can just let this complete naturally and then whip out another, then double whip another settler. That wouldn't be the worst way to have things go. Maybe we'll let that happen. So anyway, I do have another worker up here. Now what I want to do is I want to chop this. Now a little micro note, I want this chop to go to Rotterdam, so I need to make sure I select this tile. This tells, by clicking here, that tells the game that I want the chop to go to Rotterdam because I've selected the tile for this city. So watch. Let's see, I'm going to chop, and now the little icon says plus 30 production in Rotterdam, and that'll actually finish the granary when these two finish the chop next turn. Again, I want to put a city up here. I want to claim this before the AI does, and I want to claim a city over here because there's a lot of resources here. I want a city right on this tile right here. That'll claim a lot of resources, and then I want to see what I can get down there in the southern jungle. So you can see how useful it is to chop for production. It makes a huge difference. So I'm in okay shape. I'm a little disappointed that the AIs managed to get down here before me, but I just got set back by the slowness of this start. I'm still in good shape overall. You know, I'll pull ahead of the AI in time. And here comes another barbarian unit. Okay, we really didn't need the barracks here, but I might as well go ahead and build a military unit or two. Get a couple axes just to increase my military rating, which is very low right now. Has been low the whole game. So let's get that chop in Rotterdam. As soon as I click this, plus 30 production. So now we'll finish the granary. See? Quite nice. I'll queue up the library to follow, even though this city, I guess eventually this will have more commerce in it. Just doesn't have much food is the only issue. And then I'm going to farm this tile because, again, I just need more food in Rotterdam. Let's see. Let's see, the settler will come out next turn, so let's get a cottage up and running here. Put down another one of those grassland cottages. And again, right now what I need is, I need scouting info down here. I need to see where I can still plant the city down here in the south. I'm sure I still can. Just hang out on that tile. Actually, no. Hang out on this tile. See, on this tile, every tile's revealed up here, well, except that one, which means barbs can only spawn in tiles that are in the fog of war, so I'm safe from a barbarian popping up there. I also need to get a better road. Oh well, it's okay. I was gonna say I need a better road connection up there, but it's fine for the moment. All right, while we're here, let's build the road. Get the sheep in our trade network. So there we go. Now I've got extra health. Health hasn't really been a huge concern so far, though. This guy will probably move on to the copper mine, and then I will attack and try to kill him with my chariot. That's what I'd expect to happen next turn. Let's just check espionage. Can I see the bar graphs with everyone? Nope, not with Pakal, so we'll run some with him. Yeah, most people are generally pretty happy with me, except Joao. Of course, you know, we have some tension from close quarters, which is to be understandable. Everybody's pretty cautious, though. I'd like to get that up to pleased, but we'll see. We will see. All right. Yeah, Gandhi's just wandering around exploring. Yep, see, there we go. There's what I expected to have happen. 99.4%. I should not lose this. The odds are what, like 1 in 200 that I lose the battle? Something like that? Yeah, so there we go. Alright, that's fine. No damage done there. Go back to working that tile. Look at all the extra production I get from finishing the granary. Need to get that granary up early in a city that has little food, so it'll grow more quickly. So we've got the settler. Now, the fastest way to get the settler up there is actually on this path, even though it's kind of a wonky looking path, but just because I have roads in this area. So these guys are going to come over here, and they're going to build a road on this tile, and then they're going to chop the forest to produce a workboat for that fish. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately I just have to lose the worker turn here. Not much I can do. If I build a road here, then I lose a worker turn next turn. Alright, build the farm there. This unit I'm moving over to cover Rotterdam. Utrecht now has finally hit size 6. That's where I want it to be. So let's kill growth in the city for the moment. And work to scientist tiles. So this city is basically going to take one for the team. I don't really want to be working this tile. I'd really like to be working this. Is it worthwhile to do so? Probably. Probably. Even though I'm in starvation, but that's okay. I guess I'll just stay here. This isn't really the tile I want. I'd prefer to build another cottage here. Maybe I can get another worker over there. Anyway, the idea here is I want to get out a great scientist. So if I just work the double scientist for, what is it, 17 turns, I can produce one here. And this is probably my best city to do so. Let's let this grow, and then I'll do another settler next as soon as it grows next turn. Where I'm going to send that settler is either down here in the south. Oh, there we go. Hey, look, there's a Barb City down here. Okay, we might be able to capture the Barb City. Well, that would be a nice spot for Barb City, too. It's either on this tile or on the... I think it's on the horses tile, I believe. If that's the case, maybe we'll send an axe or two down there and capture it. Anyway, we'll see. It would be nice to try to capture that. Anyway, let's start moving up here. I want to protect that settler. And, yeah, up here, city's going to grow into unhappiness next turn, so instead of that happening, what we'll do is we'll just kill the extra growth here. Put it on, and work a scientist here. Let's see. Yeah, this works. This is fine. It doesn't matter that the city's starving because I can just regrow it instantly. That's fine. So, yeah, this is good. Good here. Alright, looking good. Producing a lot of commerce right now in my cities. Let's check out the GMP. Should be pretty high. Yep, notice how I'm number 1 in GMP. This is generally a measure of research. It also factors in commerce as well. But this is a good sign. The crop yield not being number 1 is not a great sign. But again, I am working a lot of specialists. So what this really means is I just need to build more cities. Need to, get those settlers out there like I'm trying to do. Nice. Excellent. So now I have a city at size. Now I have a unit to 10 experience, which is really good because that means that I can build the heroic epic later on in the game, which is a very key national wonder. As far as what I actually want to... it depends on what's down. Probably I'll just take Combat 3. Let's see if we can spot what's down in that Barb City. At this point, if I remember the rules correctly, it doesn't matter if that unit dies. The big thing is just if you've ever had a unit at 10 experience, you can build the heroic epic. Alright, so... road here. And road here. They'll finish it next turn. And there we go. Now it'll be good to found that city next turn. Now we're going to go back onto a settler here. Right like this. And I should be able to chop one of these should be able to chop this forest and then whip the settler to completion. And I will probably send that over here Unless I see something good down here in the south. Maybe right over here wouldn't be bad. I can actually put a ton of cultural pressure on Braga if I settled on aggressively. 1, 2, 3. I could settle on this. Yeah, actually, let me mark that tile. Let's play hardball with Joao here. 3. What is it? There's also an Alt S hotkey where you can put a sign. You can do it in strategic mode, or you can just zoom in. If I put a city here, I'm going to be just crushing this city culturally, and there's a chance it could flip to me, which would be pretty neat to see. We'll see. But yeah, just being creative means that you dominate early border disputes. So I can take away like every tile that he wants to work here. Also, if he doesn't have calendar, there's not much. Like this city, this would be a good city post-calendar if you have iron working in calendar. If you don't have iron working in calendar, this is like a junk city because like none of the tiles are really very good. Anyway, let's move the archer up here. Now that I have a more permanent defender, I'm going to send that chariot out scouting up here just to see if Pakal is settling this area. My map info has not been very good in this game because every unit I sent out to scout died when it was killed by barbarians. Anyway, so yeah, let's chop this tile here. And we put that towards a settler chop, and a double whip will complete that settler quickly. And I can afford more cities because I'm running... If you're over 50% science, you can afford more cities. It's sort of a basic rule. Oh, and look at this. The farm is finished here. So now I'm going to emphasize food, get this city growing. Unfortunately, it's kind of going to be stalled out until I can research civil service, because you can only farm next to a source of fresh water until you research the tech civil service. Here, I'll highlight that. Civil service is a very good tech, but it's quite expensive right now. See how it says farm spread irrigation? Once you have that tech, you can farm anywhere that's next to another farm. But here in the early game, I can't do that, which really limits what this city can do. Like, it just needs tiles that have, food on them, but there's not a lot I can do. I can get to 3 food with this farm, but that's about it. Now, later, I want to farm here, and maybe here. I'd love to farm here, here, here. That would extend irrigation to the wheat tile, but again, I can't do that until I have more tech. Nothing to be done. Alright, still sitting on whip duration there. One of the things that really hurts me is this city Utrecht and this city Rotterdam are really not very strong cities. The Hague is the only really legitimately strong city I have. And even there, I'm somewhat limited by the happy cap because I did not go down the monarchy route, which perhaps I should have. I did not go down the road towards monarchy and hereditary rule. Just the decision I went for in this game. If I do another Civ 4 game, I will definitely play a religion-focused opening because I've totally ignored that in this game. And that would make for an interesting contrast. So anyway, as it is, I'm going for calendar. I'll probably hit up currency next because it's just such a key economic tech. Construction would be nice too, but not really planning to fight someone. We'll see. Would love to build mausoleum too. I may be able to. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Borders of the Hague have expanded. Oh, it hit the next level border expansion. Nice. Alrighty. That doesn't really do anything, but it does put more tiles under my control. So, move here. Unfortunately, I won't be able to found the city until next turn, but it's protected by an archer, so it's pretty safe. And it is nice to be creative, get this free border expansions. So, this city here is going to be just terrible in terms of land tiles, but because it has that fish resource, it'll actually be a pretty decent city. Because I can whip for production. So what we're going to do is, let's see, which tile should I chop? That tile is more useful. I guess we still chop this one. It'll be faster to chop. Okay, let's send this out and see what's out here. Alright, looks like there's not a city on my border there just yet. So I guess I got a little time there. Rotterdam, yes. What can I do with this city? Not a whole lot, unfortunately. This city, there's not a whole lot I can do with either. It's really a shame I can't split off the sheep tile to Rotterdam. I could have placed this a tile further north, but if I do that, then I give up the gold tile. So it's a bit of a trade-off. Perhaps it would have been better to do that anyway, though. Still, eventually, later in the game, I will have enough food to be able to work this gold tile. But for the moment, there's not a lot I can do. Probably the most useful thing I can do now is just get a road connection up here, so that I'm not having to divert all the way around all the time. That, or actually, I can be more useful if I go over to Utrecht and improve some of the tiles there. So let's do that. Building a road is indeed useful, but like I can get that iron tile improved. I can build another cottage down there. All right, let's chop this. Here we go. What's down here? A bunch of archers. Yeah, that's not too well defended, but it's not something that chariot can really take out. Well, maybe one. Yeah, not good odds. I might actually build a sword or two. They're not useful against human players, but they're much better against the AI. Anyway, perhaps a sword or two wouldn't be the worst. We'll see. Need to hook up iron before I can build swords, though. Alright. Let's build the city first. There we go. Notice how my expenses go up immediately. So this city is total garbage up until the borders expand. See? Complete garbage. Let's get that fish boat. So the way that water resources work is you build something called a workboat. And they are units that have no attack or defense. They die instantly if they're attacked by another unit, but they connect resources in the sea. So I'm going to build one of them, and it would take a long time if I built this normally, but of course I'm going to use my workers to help out. They're going to chop a forest, and by chopping this forest, it'll finish the workboat automatically. There we go. There's the extra production. So now the settler, we get all this extra production in the capital, and I can... we'll see if I whip that. We'll see. Maybe I'll whip it next turn. Maybe not. Probably will, though. Probably will, though. Look what we found. That's a barb, isn't it? Yepers. Let's go ahead and kill that guy. 99.4% odds. Pretty good. Alright. So far, nothing up there. That looks like that spot's pretty safe. So I'm more inclined to settle down here next. How did Praga get to size 2? Oh, he must have been working that. Must have been working that tile. Otherwise, I don't know how he could have gotten to size 2 so fast. Anyway. Let's have this guy heal up. Now there's a French city down there. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll just get over here. I want to improve that iron tile. Move these two guys over. Meanwhile, down here, what can I do that's useful with these guys? Good, those are the two tiles I want being worked there. How much more whip on happiness there? Still a little bit longer in that city. Let's see. There's any more grassland tiles? I will have to cottage that tile soon. Probably the most useful thing to do is mine this other hill tile, or at least put a turn into it. Maybe road towards this next city I'm gonna found. 3 pop, no. Yeah, probably get down here and start improving these tiles, particularly that sugar. Yeah, that's what these guys will do. They'll head down here and help out with this city. Okay. Alright, let's see. Yeah, these guys are gonna improve the iron tile. There we go. Alright, let's finish chopping that. That guy didn't even take any damage. Alright, looks like we're in pretty good shape. Let's see. So I did get the forest chop up here at Nijmegen. Sorry, not good with the Dutch names. Anyway, so yeah, that finishes the workboat. We want a granary next. So yeah, this city's pretty much garbage at the moment. It needs that border expansion like incredibly badly. Once it gets that and it has the fish, it'll be a decent city. For a city here, where do I want the road to go? Probably, let's see. Yeah, this way. This is the more efficient way to do it. Or, let's see, 1, 2. Actually, it makes more sense to have these guys come through the hill here. Alright, I want this guy to heal for the moment. I'm pretty sure I can capture this city. The AI is not very good at capturing barb cities. If I have a city here and here and here, then Braga will be in a cultural stranglehold, and it won't ever be able to accomplish very much. All right, let's see. Double whip. Yeah, let's knock that out. So then I'll let this city regrow after that. I don't know if I've mentioned, but the library, in addition to providing culture, does add plus 25% science. And get a free turn of working on those cottages here. Always want them growing if possible, as much as possible. I'll do a little shuffle next turn. Wow, Louis is really hitting those missionaries, isn't he? He's just sending them everywhere. Okay, now we want this city to regrow. So let's see, that is 10. Yeah. And let's see. Let's shift that there, and Rotterdam can work that tile for me. The idea here is I want these cottages to keep growing, so I want a city to keep working them. So that's why I'm passing them back and forth, because Amsterdam, just got whipped, and it's regrowing. By the way, look at the whip overflow. Notice how I got a ton of overflow. That'll finish the barracks, because I got all that overflow. Then I'll build a military unit or two out of there. All right, so here's the settler. We got the road finished there. 1, 2, 3. So let's move this down here. It's a little bit unsafe. Actually, it's unsafe enough that I'm going to move this chariot up here to safeguard that city and make sure it doesn't get captured. These guys up here, there's not a lot for them to do. Really, the only thing to do is go improve this marble tile. And the marble will almost certainly come in handy later on. Wow, I got to douse science down. That's okay, though. I wanted to plant more cities anyway. So in order to not waste a turn, let's build a road here. We'll build a road here, and that way they can move to the marble next turn. Now this workboat just has to chill for a couple more turns until my borders expand. Oh, wow. There was another fish tile up there. It's now just outside my borders. That's a shame. Oh, well. Not a huge deal, but I would have built on the marble if I had known that. Or no. Wait. No, actually there's no city that can get both of these in. Okay, that makes me feel better. It's impossible to get both fish tiles in the borders. There's no tile that will get them both. So, no win situation there, unfortunately. Ah, well. Oh, so Pakal has a city over here. He's got a city right there on the coast. Let's just scout that out. Then I'll probably bring it back. Just want to make sure that this spot's not getting claimed. Anyway, let's see. Dancing around here. Okay, we've got this tile here. This tile is... So the iron tile is a really good tile. This is a much better tile than the ones I was working. Maybe I should just create the great person. You know what? I should probably just create the great person out of that other city. Let's fire that here. Let's use this as a production city. 9 production, yeah. Let's use this as a great person city for the moment. So let's see, what can I do? Swap that to here, and then swap off one of these hamlets. Alright, we'll use this city to produce the great person instead. 11 turns. Okay, that's not too bad. A little after turn 100 is not great for an academy, but again, these are hardly optimal conditions here. Anyway, just changing things around on the fly here a little bit. Okay, I'm reasonably happy with how things sit right now. Oh, well, so why did the screen go all crazy? That's because I discovered calendar. What was that?
For everything, there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven.
See, calendar centers the world map. So let's go with that, and let's go for currency as the key economic tech. Currency is a big-time economic tech, and since I'm expanding, it'll be very helpful. Alrighty, let's, so we've got a barracks here. Let's build a sword here. I'm gonna build like 2 swords and try to go take that Barb City. And you might say, you can't build swords yet. But as soon as I build this road, I'll be able to. 1, 2, boom. Now we've got iron. Now I can build swords. Swords are city attackers. They're actually quite bad against other human players because they get murdered in the open field by axes, but they're quite good against the AI. Oh, Joao converted to Judaism? Okay, well, you know what? Let's do the same thing. Let's become friends. If he's Jewish and I'm Jewish and Louis and all of us are Jewish, then we'll have very strong ties, and it'll be unlikely any of us will fight. And I'm not looking to go the warrior path in this game. So let's do that, shall we? So I'm going to hit F7. This will take me to the religious advisor menu. And, you know, this is a good religion for me to convert to because it's in 2 of my best cities. So you never have to convert to religions in this game if you don't want to. But it will give me diplomatic benefits to convert. I do have to burn a turn of anarchy. But this will make me much friendlier with Joao and Louis. See, he's pleased now. Notice the +2, we care for our brothers and sisters of the faith. So religion is a powerful diplomatic tool. In this game, Louis founded it, and I'm just going to ride the, you know, the wave of my nearby neighbors and, you know, convert to the religion that they have chosen. Oh, Louis coming down here. He's going to settle. Uh-oh. I might beat into this spot by 1 turn. I really hope he's not going to found right there. Although there's a chance that he will. That would really stink if I miss out on this spot by like a half turn. Well, we'll find out, shall we? I hope that he is going for another spot, but there's a decent chance he's going to settle. Let's see. Yeah, there's a decent spot he's going to settle right on this tile. In which case, I could settle there. But that wouldn't be a very good spot because it would miss the sugar resource. Well, we'll see. We'll see what he does. But I have a feeling I'm going to be 1 turn late down there. Again. Oh, and Joao's bringing another settler down here too. Look at this. This area is heavily contested, it seems. Well, again, oh yeah, let's work on the marble. See, there's a Mayan city. Yeah, the AI is expanded a little faster than I thought it would. I think it's because Joao's imperialistic. Yep, see? I missed it by 1 turn. He found it right there, and look where my settler is. So, not everything going according to plan. See, if I had been just a little bit faster with my settler, I would have gotten that spot, but now I can't even settle there. This is an illegal spot right here. It's actually not possible to settle a city there. You have to be 3 tiles away from another city. So that's a real bummer, like a real bummer, to miss out by that minor. You know, and to miss out by that little of a margin really is frustrating. This game is really not gone according to plan. Like, everything I've tried to do has almost, without fail, not worked out. The capital's just too weak. I mean, I'm still going to be able to win this game because I really don't need that much land to be competitive, but it has not been easy because the land is just not good, and I had so many units killed by barbs at low odds. It's just made it very difficult. So, yeah, what do I do with this settler? He is way far away from anywhere useful now, and every food resource has already been claimed. Like, this food resource has been claimed by Louis as well, and Louis is creative, so it's not like I can win a culture war easily. I really do not know what to do with that unit. I really do not know, because my plan was to go right here, and that would have been a very, very nice spot, but just a turn too slow, unfortunately. So now I'm just stuck in no man's land. I mean, I can found a city here on this tile. This tile is, you know, not... This tile is still accessible, but the problem is there's just no... It's another city with no food, is the thing. Like, these are all low-quality cities, because I just cannot get food resources to save my life. I mean, I know it sounds like I'm complaining, but like, this land is just really bad. I've got I've got a plains cow, I've got an unirrigated rice tile, I've got a sheep, a deer, a fish in the tundra, and that's it. And that's all I have for food. I mean, again, if you look over here at this starting position, double corn at the start, you know, here's a grassland cow. You know, here's another irrigated, well, that one's not irrigated, but here's another corn tile, here's more floodplains. You know, it's just, the land is just so much better. It's just far superior in quality, and it makes it difficult. But, you know, well, I don't really see anywhere else to go. Like, would it be better to found here? I don't think it would be. I don't see anywhere better to go than this tile, so I guess we have to found here, even though this is not a good spot for a city. This is yet another city that does not have any food to work with. I'm going to need to beeline for civil service because I need irrigation so badly. I need to be able to build farms so badly. So, not everything always goes according to plan. I mean, this city is bad, but again, if I guess I can just build some farms. It has no food once again. The good news is I'll be able to connect these dyes and these silks, and I'll get extra happiness. And I guess it can work the copper tile. I'm gonna play up to turn 100 and then stop there. So we'll see. We still have a good chance. We can probably still capture this city away from the barbs. So I'll make that my next goal. I'm gonna build 2 swords. With 2 swords and this axe, I'll have a decent shot at being able to capture that city. Because it's just archers. Alright, well, such is life. Not everything always works out. We'll come down here and improve this new city. How many more turns? I think it's 2 more. Alrighty. Oh, yeah. Now again, look at this city. Double fish and clams. This is a very good city here. And look at that city. He's on on a grassland stone. Wow. Or excuse me, on a plain stone and with grassland pigs. Again, the AI's just this is like the Apolyton demo game that I played in. The AI's just have much better land than what I have. But I will adapt and survive. Anyway, Amsterdam will grow back next turn. Hague is still working on that great scientist. We're not really in that bad a shape. Fortunately, because the AI doesn't know what it's doing. And Louis is being nice enough to spread his religion for me. I mean, it benefits him. But it benefits me too, now that I've converted. Alright. Yeah, let's improve this tile. It's the best tile. Oh, I could have farmed that. Have this guy mine because I already moved him. Have the other 3 workers farm this. Gotta get some food going. Alright. Amsterdam. Work this tile. Rotterdam. Yep. That's good. Good. Up here. Oh, one of the whip duration wore off, so let's grow that size back. And then I can work this tile too. Alrighty. Like I said, not the end of the world. Not good, but could be worse. At least I haven't been attacked yet. Alright, so I got the border expansion up north there. I got this border expansion, so watch. I'm going to move my workboat onto the fish. Then here, it says create fishing boats, plus 3 food. So we'll do that. And now all of a sudden, this city, Nijmegen, I'm sure that's a horribly off pronunciation. Now I have a 5 food tile, and now look, I have this tons and tons of food. So now the city's in much better shape. And I can chop out this granary, and once that granary's in place, that city will be growing very quickly. One of the things that the AI and inexperienced players in general are not good at is they're not good at growing their cities. You need to grow your cities ASAP. Notice how Pakal is size 4, size 3, size 1. That's rather small. Again, one of the big things in this game is you need to be able to grow your cities and grow them quickly. So notice how my capital is 6, about to go to size 7. You always want your best cities riding right up against the happiness cap. Now in The Hague, let's see, I am going to fire this and create a specialist. And there we go. I want to work that cottage tile. So 8 more turns until we get a great scientist. There we go. And we're puttering along at a pretty good rate on science. Researching towards currency. Alright, now we got a defender there. And the farm's done, so we're going to work that farm tile so the city can get started on its growth. And let's see, what do we need to do next? Is there a forest on this tile? Yes. Okay, that means it's better to build a road first. We want to improve this tile because that'll add extra happiness to the entire empire. And then I need to make sure I go settle this spot soon. So if I can get this spot up here, I'll be in a reasonably decent shape. I can also get another city over here. Even though this rice resources is claimed by Louis, I can still plant the city over here and plant more build more farms down the road for food. But that would, let's see if I could get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I could get to 8 cities, I should be fine. I can always go to war later on, just because the AI doesn't research nearly as efficiently as a human. I can always pick someone who's not in the Jewish bloc and go after them. Alright, one more turn. Like I said, play through turn 100. AI moving its units around. Wow, why is that unit injured? Oh well. Okay, here's the Axeman. Let's see. Size 7. Oh, I can grow another size here as well. Let's do that then. I want to grow that extra size. 3 turns. Alright, we'll do that. Well, actually no, it's probably more important to get this great scientist out. Let's see, we've got the barracks there. Let's build an archer. Now holds 500,000 souls. Very nice. Alright, let's get this guy down here. That'll take a while, unfortunately. Okay, where are we? This guy. I need to keep tabs on this Barb City, so I'll watch it with my chariot. Road there. Let's see. Over here, I want to watch to make sure that there's not a settler coming out. So just keep an eye on this area. And again, we want to build a plantation here. But that means in order to do that, we have to chop the forest first, which is good because that'll give us progress towards that granary. So let's work on that. Up here, we've got the quarry finished. Because it's on an ice tile, it's not that useful. So connect that, and there we go. So this is where we are sitting right now, 100 turns into the game. Let's check those demographics. Let's see, that's good. Oh, I've got more than enough on him. That's good. That's good for now. Or no, actually I need run some more on Louis because I can't see his bar graphs right now. Should have been paying more attention to that. Anyway, so I can't see Louis' bar graphs, I can see everyone else. So there we are on score. Here we are in GMP. I'm running at pretty much at the top on that. Good sign. Production near the top. Food up near the top. That's a good sign. Power, I'm last. Actually, I just passed Gandhi, so that's nice. Joao is tops in that. That's a little worrying, but not that big a deal. So first in GMP, right next to the leader in crop yield, even though like all my cities have no food resources. Not first in land area. So these are pretty good demographics overall. In pretty good shape. So anyway, there you go. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I think this one was a little bit long. This is just short of an hour, I think. But I did want to stop on the even number on turn 100. So some setbacks this turn. Like I said, the land's not the greatest. But, you know, we're making do. And I should be okay. And in about the next 20 to 40 turns, I'm going to just power past these AIs. And accelerate past them and take a huge economic lead because I'm going to pick up civil service and an academy in my capital, and that will just blow me past pretty much all the AIs. So we'll see. Trust me on this. You'll see. All right. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and have the next part 5 up relatively soon. So catch you guys later.